It doesn't matter what kind of music you play on this instrument. The better you can visualize this fretboard, the better guitar player you will be. Today we will connect some simple chord shapes so we can easily play up and down the fretboard with confidence. My name is Rusty, and welcome to my Worship Guitar channel. Let's work with the A chord, D, and E today for these examples. When we play these chords down here, we visualize that. Why can't we move this up and down the fretboard and visualize these chords in different areas of the fretboard? For the A chord, let's use this one right here, this one, and this. The same shapes for the D chord. E chord. Once you know those shapes, all you have to do is connect them to make music. If I'm playing an A chord here, I'm always looking for the next way to get up the fretboard. All that's in A right there. And you can do a lot of the same moves for each chord. Let's break down some of these ideas. For A, I'm always thinking of that D note here. In this position, I would be hammering on and pulling off from 2 to 3 on the B string, from C sharp to D. Same with this position. With the pinky here, playing the full shape, but hammering on and pulling off of this D note. Same with this shape. But also you can bend that a half step up. And again, these moves work with each chord. Looking at this D shape here we just learned. But from 7 to 9 on the A string, sliding up to an F sharp note, then the triad, then I'm looking at the next spot, sliding up here for a piece of this shape. And the same moves for an E chord. Looking at this shape, hammering on and pulling off from 9 to 10 on the B string, then 11, 9 on the G string, and sliding up to this next shape, which is 13 on the G and 12 on the B string. One more time. And looking at this E shape here, which is just part of the full chord. When we first start learning, we learn these full chords, but a lot of us stay in that mentality, but we need to just start using fragments of those chords, move them around the fretboard, and connect them. The same things we did on A, you can do on the E chord also. You can hold this bar here, half step up here in the 9th fret, you can bend, release, and then back to that shape. I just sneak my second finger in there to do the bend. And you can do it here also. When you're right here. You can use these for rhythm and lead and mixing rhythm and lead because it's all the notes in the chords. This was a light bulb moment for me when I realized I could connect these simple shapes. They're the same notes, but just connecting them in a simple way, sliding, half bends, it just starts to make sense to you and starts to sound like music. These are just some examples to visualize the fretboard. Learning the notes is very important, but just as important is learning the shapes around the fretboard so you can just look down and see. You see these shapes, you know that's an A, you know this is a D and then E. And you can play around those shapes for rhythm and lead. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and remember, God is good.